Hello and welcome back to Norco. We're in Act 2. We got some friends. Lucky and Potts. And we still got Monkey. We need to go and fix the truck. So, can I pet your dog? Let's talk to Lucky. Let me go on this side. So, this Miss Madeir's house, then. Lucky knew your mama a bit. How? She was around, seen her a time or two. She weren't no friend to the companies either. They'd have liked to have her dead. They got their wish. The old man nods. They did. These companies want to get off the oil. Too much trouble. What do you mean? They put them wind turbines out in the Gulf, and now they're building a brain. A brain? Hell, everybody knows they in there building a brain. All the refinery is doing that. Going to hook them all up. Make a bigger brain. But that ain't enough to outsmart Lucky. Lucky's smarter than a big brain you can dream. Any big brain you could dream up. Oh. They going to use it to find fuel out in space. That one's silent. Best of luck to him. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to make a buck. Then why get in their way? Lucky ain't in nobody's way. Everybody like Lucky just fine. Didn't you blow up an oil pipeline? He maintains a neutral expression as he watches the tree line. Lucky done blown up all kinds of shit. People think Lucky hates S.H.I.E.L.D. Lucky don't hate S.H.I.E.L.D. He just like causing trouble. Without S.H.I.E.L.D., ain't nobody have a job in this place. But here come that robot. We best get moving. You want to talk more? Just tap me on the shoulder. Oh, why'd he leave my party? Lucky waits beside the truck. S.H.I.E.L.D. is building a brain. Lucky says S.H.I.E.L.D. is developing an artificial intelligence in order to conduct exploratory missions for off-world and mineral reserves. Okay. Anything else? Never seen a security bot fix a truck before. That's a strange one you got. I finished repairing the truck. Oh, shall we attempt to access S.H.I.E.L.D.? Let's go. What the hell was that? Monkey flies from the bed of the truck as million speeds down the highway. Good God, my monkey! Looks like S.H.I.E.L.D. upgraded their drone fleet, seeing a couple of these sentinels downriver. They'll just keep calling out guards till you knock them out, but they can't be caught with bullets. Any ideas? You'll need a way into a security system reroute their flight path. That's what Lucky thinks. Like I say, that Sentinel drone just going to keep calling the guards soon as we knock them out. Lucky ready for anything, up to you. Let's hold off. We can whoop these guards, but that sentinel will just call more back. Ain't no shooting them either. Do that and it'll fire a signal across the whole network. Gotta find some way to reroute its path. Lucky came from Vashri. We're fortunate to have Lucky's help. We should listen closely to his advice. Really shaking in my boots. Get that dog the hell away from here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Guardhouse, Shield Refinery. Okay. Mausoleum? Sarpy books. We need to go to the mausoleum, I guess. I haven't been there yet. Mausoleum. And what's this? A mausoleum or church? You approach the church and try the door, but it's locked. Okay. You face your mom's crypt is the face of your mom's crypt is damaged, with cracks rung along the edge. It appears as if someone has tampered with the crypt. With a pry bar, we could open it ourselves. Okay. That's it. Well, why can't we open it? Can we open it? What you got, Kay? What do you know about Shield? You said they built in a brain. Shield's trying to find a way to get off the oil. Put too much politics. What they want is to find minerals for... Okay. Out in the stars, but you can't go flying around up there without a big brain. That's why they hoping to get Laura St. Clair's daddy, but too bad for them. Enough about Shield. Dismissed. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's still in here? I need to find Duck. Old friend of your mom's, your memory of him is scattered and vague. LeBlanc suggested you visit him, but where does he live? You try to recollect. His... Oh, god dang it. His face. Brief, generous smiles, but otherwise placid and expressionless. I was always happy to see him. His health. It took a turn before you left. A bit of lethargy, irregular breathing, sores on his legs. Your mom brought him food on days when he was unable to stand. His son. Dead at 14, an explosion in the yard, natural gas leaking from a pipe, something caused a spark. The pipeline. It crossed the property to Shield's chemical annex. There's only one neighborhood along that fence line, what's left of it anyhow. Small fragments of his home pass through the black ink of your mind. The perennial accumulation of dust, the damp curtains and piles of cans on the kitchen table, and those refinery shadows of the little slab bungalow. Duck lives in Dimes. Okay. I just needed... Okay. Dimes is the neighborhood along the fence line of Shield's chemical annex. Duck lives there. What is this? Client? Let's go see Duck. Or do I have to... Dimes. He lives down next to Dimes Discount. Shield's chemical annex sits a small distance from the house. The house is partially boarded up. You assume it's an artifact of the hurricane preparation that has since become a permanent fixture. Oh! Jeez! Hello. Not the first ones to come through here, toppling over all my shit in the dark. Since the buyout, people think its neighbors all the way empty. People think this neighbor's all the way empty, come around looking for copper. But you wouldn't do that kind of thing, Kay, not like your brother. How's it been, Duck? How's it been? How about how it looks? I made such a mess with that head drive. Just trying to keep myself out of trouble till it's my own turn to go, so. Head drive? I unleashed it. The monster, Super Duck, calls itself that just to get to me. Just to piss me off. It's my fault. That company that made it for me, I should have known from the get-go. They only do that. Bleh, I can't read today, and I really need to read. Focus. They only do their business at night. Found out later they don't even have a license. Your mother went to the same clinic for hers. I tried to warn her. The junk that was in my brain. He begins to laugh. Is spreading around like a virus. It's even in the trees. I told your mother don't get messed up in any of that. She tells me it's talking to her through the radio. I said turn off the radio. She never listened. Stopped responding to me. Figured that monster's got money to burn. Oh, I am so sorry. Sorry. I forgot to switch my face over. Figured that monster's got money to burn. Catherine didn't want to leave their debt to you to deal with. Her debt to you. So you kept up with my mom? Up until right near the end, Kay. She lived like she wasn't sick. She never quit. But I could see it wearing on her. Oh, Lord. It started in her liver. They burned it out. Thought maybe that was the end of it. Before you know it, they found a little in her lungs. She was still going all over town, walking up and down airline like some kind of bag lady. Figured she thought I'd go away if she ignored it. Figured she'd thought it'd go away. I gotta stop thinking of the words that I'm reading and just say them, because it's written how people talk here, but figure she thought it'd go away if she ignored it, but that didn't work out for her. Once it came from me, it never did quit. Been getting sores. Cramps every day. Can't keep nothing down. Tried to tell her that. Said, Catherine, this is not the kind of thing you can work off. You think she'd listen? By the time it got to her brain, that was all there was to it. No more working, no more doing nothing. But she already gotten fed up with me by that point. Never really made amends before they put her in that mausoleum with your daddy. Hurts my heart thinking about it, but what can you do? No hiding from God's will. So, I have more questions about my mom. This monster, my mom was working for it. Hate even thinking about that thing. I know I'm here dying while it grows and grows. Big, disgusting, toxic birds sprouting from the ground all over the region with teeth and hands, all kinds of shit. Unbelievable. Turns my stomach. But you know what? I won't be the first to die. Hell no. It roped your mother into some lunacy. She wouldn't tell me the details. I couldn't get a single word out of her after a point. Did you attend her funeral? I planned to, arrange for my godchild to pick me up and everything, but the day of the service I couldn't hardly walk. I heard from a couple people it was a beautiful one. For all the bridges she burned, there was plenty of people and nice things to say. Even a few of her colleagues from the university showed up. The ones who got her sacked, I know that'd have chapped her ass. They buried her with that fake little ring she always wore around her neck. She'd say it reminded her who she was. Figured she probably wanted to give it to you, but you were gone. And Blake, well, he'd have pawned it to any fool enough to buy it. So, the ring she wore around her neck was fake? You don't know the story? Kind of funny if it weren't so sad. Your granddaddy wanted to prove he was from royal stock. He broke into a pawn shop up there on Airline and stole the biggest ruby he could find. Went around telling everyone it was from the old world. Said it was traveling from France to Nova Scotia down the Mississippi River. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit, and he ended up in Angola for it. He ended up in Angola just for robbing a pawn shop? Angola's rough. Though, they never did find the ring. Catherine took it to an appraiser one time. It's a cubic zirconian. Fake. The man spent months in jail for a fake piece of jewelry. And after that, everyone started calling him King Pierre. They laughed him out of the crevice. Crevice? Mom was fired from the university? Sure. You were young. Couldn't have been too long after Blue passed. She lied up and down to get that job. Nothing special but the community college in the city. Just the community college, but that's Catherine. Never wanted to play it straight. Suppose Blake took after her in that respect. Sorry, I'm like cold, but I'm not used to wearing this. You mentioned a burnout. Must have noticed coming in. The houses are all gone. People are here fighting with S.H.I.E.L.D. all their lives. They got a little momentum on their side after the last explosion. The papers were making S.H.I.E.L.D. look bad. But hell, we're here first. S.H.I.E.L.D. moved in, we suffer. Gas leaks, noise, explosions. Can't grow my vegetables out in the yard, just won't grow. I never cared to move, but I knocked doors for it anyhow. If S.H.I.E.L.D. had never dropped in on us, my little plot of land would be worth something. Money they were offering. Money they were offering to buy us out was alright, but worth a lot more had they never come. The number they put in front of me, I said piss on it. I could have sued after Reese died. I just didn't have the energy for it. Now I'm the last one left in Dimes, so I'm sorry about Reese. It's history. Most days I can't remember his face, if I'm honest. Well, you fill out the survey at the head drive. When you fill out the survey at the head drive clinic, they ask you to write down memories, control points, they call them. I couldn't stand to write out his name. It was too painful. I skipped his memory. I regretted it at first, but I'm thankful for it now. Be a lot worse if that monster carried a piece of my boy inside it. We're trying to get into the refinery. Not a good idea, okay, for what? They stole my mom's stuff. Well, that's interesting. The regional executive, she took a particular interest in your mom. Why? She wanted to know the things Catherine knew, and I suppose. Your mother was out in the lake. She heard Shield or somebody was building some kind of rig out there. She wanted to find out for herself. She didn't find what she was looking for, but she found something. Sounded to me like her medication was messing up her head. But she insisted it was real, some kind of UFO. Said it followed her for nearly a mile. But anyhow, the CEO they got at Shield, she's about as far out of her mind as your mother was. She must have caught wind of all of this. Catherine got to be careful in her old age, paranoid even. The important thing she kept hidden. Whatever Shield stole, it wasn't nothing important. But you want to get it back. Can you help us get in? I'm going to regret telling you this, but I've been sitting on it so long. Been dying to tell somebody. I don't know how Shield managed to do it, but they effed up. They bought out this neighborhood, and ever since they did, they put me behind the firewall. Got a computer terminal back there. Every time I boot it up, I get a view of the inside. Not like I know what the hell to do with it. Clicked around a bit, but just got myself lost. Can't hardly read the screen. Computer's back there in my little library. Have a look. And whatever you do, Kay, I'm asking you to be careful. Okay. A strange ornamental box. I'm touching everything. You attempt to open the box, it's locked. A trophy sitting atop the bookshelf reads, Junior Champion Reese Richard, St. Charles Parish. A printout containing the letterhead of a law office and Metairie sits in the tray of the printer. Oops. Mr. Richard, after carefully studying the circumstances of the buyout, we recommend that you proceed with relocation. Shield is not legally obligated to provide you with an easement. You may find yourself trespassing on private property when leaving and returning to your home. The head of a buck is mounted on the wall. A computer console with a large trackpad and magnified display. You pass your fingers over the trackpad. Waking the machine, Shield security terminal is displayed on the console. You sit before the Shield terminal display. Oh, here we go. This is a map of the Shield Sentinel Droll security fleet. The entrance to the refinery is in this zone. If we want to gain access to the refinery, then it may be necessary to clear the Sentinels from this zone. There are currently 3 drones patrolling Zone A. Perhaps there is a way of relocating them to another zone. Choose a destination from the neighboring boundaries of the selected area. Does it matter? Shield entrance guardhouse. So I can send them places. Zone A is or no. Original zone is unsecure. Locating drone for maximum capacity. It seems there is a precaution in place to prevent any zone from being unsecure, but there may be a way around it. No zone can host more than 3 drones. When one zone contains no drones, then a maximum capacity neighbor will relocate a drone to unsecured neighbors. Okay. This means that when removing the last drone from Zone A, we must secure that none of the neighborings are maximum capacity. Okay. Alright. Well, let's move this there. And we can move this one here. This one can go here. C is at maximum capacity. Sorry. Let's see. Zone A unsecured. The drones have been cleared from the entrance area of the refinery. I suspected this would be helpful. Okay. What have I learned? Duck is an old friend of a mom who lost his son when a shield pipeline cutting through their yard exploded. he visioned his consciousness at the same. He versioned his consciousness at the same clinic as her. They fell out of touch before she died. He lives in Dimes and is in poor health. Your grandpa broke into a pawn shop and stole a jeweled ring to uphold the lie that he was a descendant of a French royalty. Your mom later discovered that the ruby was made from synthetic material. She still wore the ring around her neck until the day she died, and she was buried with it. Your mom versioned her conscious at the same disreputable neural visioning clinic as Duck. The device that hosts her consciousness is called a head drive. What the heck is this? Oh. Laura St. Clair is interested in my mom. Duck speculates that it's because of the object your mom observed in the lake. Okay. Ooh, who's this? Blue? Blue is in a mausoleum. Blue wasn't buried. He was interred in a mausoleum. You visited a few times as a kid. Catherine brought flowers and prayed there. You sat restlessly, waiting for her to finish. Afterwards, she dragged you into the church that faced River Road to make you touch the holy water. She watched you motion the sign of the cross before fixing your shirt. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's change. Before fixing your shirt, she held your shoulder as the two of you left. I am so, like, into all of this, and I just... Hey, buddy. How you doing? Alright. Alright, shield. Dimes discount, dimes, home, floodgate, mausoleum. Approach the church, but the doors are locked. Okay. Facey Mom's crypt is damaged along the edge. Can't do anything about it. Shield? No sentinel drones around. We cleared these two. We're in. Ready? Oh, Lord. Let's do it. Man nods. What the heck is happening? Select a fighter? I'm gonna go with the old man. Not me. Oh, Lord. He shot me? I'm so confused about what I'm supposed to be doing. No, I can't do that. Oh my God! Am I about to die? My brain can't compute. Nothing much to it. What? When them sentinels not around, they let you more or less walk in the place. I would take a look at the big fella. The freight mover? Hell of a machine. Could really put on a show with one of them. Lucky just thinking out loud. Let's get in. Let's get to it, eh? Refinery's ours. Catherine. Oh, Lord. What is with this creepy bird? Well, Catherine, you made it. To this warehouse with Big Bird. Big Bird? That's not Big Bird. I sure did. We have a job for you. It will pay. It will solve your problems before you die. Dallas. No strangers to the network. You will assist Catherine. Yes. Catherine, in the lake you saw the stone. We saw you see the stone. We want the stone, but it has evaded us. So, am I supposed to write down these colors like in order? Hold on. If I know anything, point and click. So it's red, orange, green. Just in case. You never know. What is that? Super Duck is... What else? A network. A system of signals, wireless communications of locusts and frogs, cypress roots, disease vectors, internet of flesh, biomimicry, internet of internet, and radio towers. Distribution AI, distributed AI, distributed birds in flight. Super Duck saw you see the stone. Purple, yeah. Because Super Duck was an eagle in the sky. The stone is a sky thing that many want, but it reveals itself to no one. Red. I don't know if that has anything. I'm just writing stuff down. No one except for you, Catherine. It followed you through the lake. It loves you. It seeks you. It will submit to you. But we must act fast. Shield wants the stone. Light blue. Claire Bionics wants the stone. Orange. And Super Duck wants the stone. That's pink. John has the stone. This is a lot of colors. I don't know if I'm gonna... John. Everyone hates John. Everyone follows John. Influencer. Dopamine fiend. Convinced himself he was faith in God, convinced others even. Some young and idealistic, some old and bitter. These are the Garretts of John. You will find them gathered in the bowels of the Promenade Mall in Kenner. Promenade Mall. Okay. John has hidden the stone in this forgotten place. He will use the stone in an attempt to fulfill his prophecies, but his are the prophecies of a fool. That's a lot. I wrote them down, but that's a lot of it. Got it? Go get me my shiny stone. Hurry before you die. I want to eat it. What? What? Have a good evening, you two. Go on and give me my shiny stone. What are you waiting for? Okay. Can you please explain to me what... So wait. Sorry? Go. You go. What was that? What was what? There's a bird with teeth the size of my head living inside that warehouse. Yeah. That's normal to you? No, but I mean, I've seen some stuff in my life. Me too, but what's this stone? He said it loves you. What was all that about? Oh God, I got a hair. I don't know. I saw a drone or something in the lake. Why does he keep calling it a stone? Stone, drone, I have no idea. I was a little distracted. Well, I need you to start paying attention to or neither one of us is getting paid tonight. I got the gist. Some lunatics are living in the mall and they've got the stone. Pah! There it is. That's right. Kenner John and his gang. They're keeping the stone at the old Promenade Mall in Kenner, and we need to find a way inside to get the stone, bring it back here. You got that? Oh my God, let's get out of here. Somebody's car alarm's going off and it's driving me nuts. Could be more clear. Let's go. Biggest nod in the network is inside this building. I'm a little lost. What's up? I don't know what the hell is going on. Superduck is what? Yeah. What is it? Something like a virus. It infects things, animals, trees, phones, whatever else. So what was that thing in the warehouse? A node in the network. There's a handful around the region. You use the app long enough, you get to know them. Who's John? Oop, nope. That's not what I wanted to touch. Who's John? The thing in the warehouse mentioned John. Kenner John. You don't know Kenner John? Am I supposed to know Kenner John? Never heard of him. Happy for you. He makes videos. They get shared all over the internet. I watch a couple religious stuff. You know, religious? You religious? I turned away for a while, but the cancer brought me back. No doubt. John's a divisive figure among the faithful, not the most orthodox preacher. Where do we find this stone? The thing Super's looking for, Promenade Mall in Kenner. That's where. Okay. Thanks. Dismiss. Let's go. Oh, nope. I did not want to go back there. Beep beep. Side lot, mall entrance, drainage canal. A single car site in the parking lot. A subdivision at the small mall's rear is beyond. Let me read that again. A single car sits in the parking lot. A subdivision at the mall's rear is beyond the lot. I used to come here all the time as a kid. Same. I knew it fell on hard times, didn't know just how hard. A drainage canal forms a moat around the parking lot, dividing it from the commercial neighbors. Some recruitment videos playing in the monitor above the entrance and imagery flashes. Okay. 3 geometric shapes. Find all 3. Find salvation. The name tag that reads Garrett pinned to the crayon blue shirt. Earn the badge. Am I gonna have to find all this crap just to get in here? The name tag that reads Garrett pinned to a crayon blue shirt earned the badge. A tower circled by scaffolding, find salvation in the stars. Two teens speaking in whispers behind the gate. Each has a similar bowl cut, lacks shoes, and wears a blue-collared shirt with a name tag that reads Garrett. The older of the two eyes Catherine indifferently. Ooh, Lord. Ugh. Yeah? Is the mall open? Been a long time since I've come by this mall. Is it still open? Not for you. We're trying to, where are your parents? I don't know. Watching Jeopardy? You got some candy for us or something? Give me a ride to the basketball Give me a ride to basketball practice. Glad we got this gate to protect us. We're trying to get inside. Either of you gentlemen care to help us into this place? No one's going to help you. You have to help yourself. Is this how you live your life, walking around parking lots in the rain asking for help? More or less. Well, clean up your act. Lift. Become strong. Get a new fit. You look like you're wearing a bag. No more soft drinks. I hate soft drinks. Then don't drink them. You need to be initiated before we can even consider letting you in. Initiated how? How many readings have you collected? What? How many what? So you have no idea what's going on around here. No idea at all. John's got an app alright. You need to install it if you have any hope of making your way in here. Even once you're inside, you'll need the readings to visit the cathedral. Cathedral? A place where the divine object resides. Don't talk about that with sieves, moron. What's the app called? Kenner John's Apocryphy? Apocryphon? Font? What? That's it. Kenner John's Apocryphon. Install that shit. Catherine pulls out her phone. Done. How do we use the app? So what I do with this app, it's an augmented reality viewer. You gotta find John's sculptures around town. Sculptures. Virtual sculptures. You can only see them on your phone. There's 3. Find the sculpture, scan it with your phone, learn some shit. The first is in Bruce's yard. Don't make it easy for her, and Bruce is a Garrett now. Show some respect. Each one will give you a clue about the next. You're just giving the whole thing away. She will not collect them all, Garrett. No need to worry. Yeah, true. That last one's a nightmare. Listen, if you need help, go talk to friend. Who? Just open the Apocryphon app. I can't say that word. While standing in the parking lot in front of the mall, you'll see friend. What's with the name tags? You work here or no? Both tags say Garrett. Do you both have the same name? No. Yes. Look, this is some spiritual shit. We can't just tell you about it. We did it to taunt Gooch. Come on! She didn't even use the app yet. It's spiritual. Just use the app and you'll know the truth. Where'd you say we could find the friend? Friend's in the parking lot. Okay. Perfect. I'm ready to retire. Garrett mentioned if someone named Friend. That's right. He said to open the app, you'll find Friend. How do we get into the mall? We're supposed to get into this mall, but the entrance is locked. We're listening to anything this kid at the interest said. You have to. Okay. Yes, I was listening and. It wasn't there stuff up here? Guess not anymore. Alright, we gotta open up this. Is this friend? Hi, I am friend. We need your help. Garrett said to speak to you. We don't know where to find the first sculpture. The first reading of John, not far, in a yard. What are you? I'm a friend. In a yard. Let's see. What is this? Small entrance, side lot. Ooh, who's that? That's Keith? Who? Keith Broussard, guy I went to high school with. Bump, bump. Where'd he go? Woo! Double vision. Wrong one. Where'd you go to high school? Destrehan? Destrehan's right down the street. Not so odd you see him here. In an abandoned parking lot in the rain in the middle of the night. Guess I've been on this app too long. Seems fine to me. Keith! That's the guy in the bar. Kate. Kate. Alright, sister. Thought that was you. What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm working. Me too. Working on a case. Starting me a little new website. What's the website? Ain't got a name yet. Still trying to come up with something cool. Keith's News Alert or something like that. Just trying to report on what's really happening around here. What you investigating? I'm trying to get to the bottom of what's going on in this mall right there. Heard they got small boys coming in and out. Textbook adrenochrome harvesting facility? Guy who runs the operations looks about as much like a pervert as you can picture. Ken or John? You got it, man. Looks like a slug. What do you know about him? I know he got his starting position in the comments section on the New Orleans News and Views. He'd go in there saying, learn how to speak to God. He'd go in there saying he learned how to speak to God. Got himself some attention that way. Before you know it, this gaggle of boys started following him around. Sick stuff. Guy's a sicko. That's enough. I should keep moving, but maybe I'll come back later to see how the case is going. I like that, sister. Come by. Why don't see you around so often these days? Staying busy. You mind me asking something? Just a thing to find myself wondering about. Sure. Don't mean for this to be rude, but how come you treated Blue the way you did? One of the best men I ever knew. Why would you ask that? You kept his name. Figured it couldn't have been all bad. Just wondering. There's something I wonder. Well, wonder about something else. Ooh, if I know anything about Cajun people, they are nosy. Nosy people. Seems like in this future, it hasn't changed. Hey, forget to ask. I'm too busy to be thinking about that right now. Then go be busy, Kate. I didn't mean to rattle you like that. Electronic device. A small plastic case device lies in the grass. What is that thing? Had to guess, I'd say it was a tracker. Don't know what use it lying in the mud. A 4-door mid-sized SUV, an older model, well-maintained. Light pours from a partially open garage door. You know what? Ta-da! They said it was in the front yard. There's the first one. First reading of the apocryphal phone of Kidder John. Holy crap, what the hell is that? First reading, okay. Early years you spent inside, TV on, dad blaring the games. Says he keeps Christ in his heart, but it's all a lie. Kidder is the only place on earth, nowhere to go, no one to hang out with. Your flesh is alien, the house is a prison, only escape is through fiber lines. Someone in the forums posts a flyer for a show, somewhere to meet people, something to do, whatever. You borrow your dad's car and go. Step into Saint Somewheres. You immediately know these aren't your people, Garrett. Saint Somewheres. Gotta probably go there. You make a few jokes, someone calls you a Nazi. When you throw the first punch, things spiral out of control. You're outside bleeding, pushing someone's face into the trash can full of Go cups and beer bottles. The scum are screaming at you to stop, but you don't. Someone knocks you over the head with a floor jack, and you fall to the ground. They think you're dead. You're unconscious for 12 days. I don't know if any of this has any whatever. But you wake up with a slouch mouth on your left side, determined to ruin everyone's life. You watch the forums closer now. You call the cops on the next show and the next show and the next show, and you get the place shut down for a while. You didn't let up. Good job. F the scum. Catherine crouches and peers beneath the garage door. Sports commentary blares from the television in the far corner. She studies the space beyond the threshold. A compressor, ice chest, tackle box, stacks of cardboard, buckets of bolts, and welding scrap. Kitchen supplies, butane stove, laundry baskets filled with cans of cat food, and old candle burned on its base and tipped onto the floor. Stacks of disintegrating newspaper, microphone stand, collection of shadeless lamps lined against the wall as if waiting on a firing squad. Situated amidst the clutter, a man in a red folding chair watches the television, his back turned away. Go inside? What are you doing? Catherine steps into the garage. Wait here. Catherine regains a posture beyond the door, and the man doesn't notice her. Hello? The man looks back and jumps in his chair. What in the... Catherine lifts both hands, palms out. Sorry to startle you. Hell you in my garage for? This is about Bruce, isn't it? Who? Bruce? That's right, Bruce, my son. You must be a journalist or something, a social worker. You probably know him as Garrett. Ever since he got himself mixed up with that internet freak, people like you you've been coming by asking about him. But I keep saying the same thing. I don't talk to him. Can't even get him to phone no more. We work together at the plant in Norco, but he goes out of his way to avoid me. Of course, he landed a computer job while I'm busting my ass with a torch all day. Won't even look his daddy in the eyes. My kid, she's left and never came back. It's hard. Hard, alright. Can't focus on nothing around here. Always waiting for him to call. He started digging through all these boxes looking for the little stuffed monkey he carried around as a kid. Sounds just like my daughter. Figured I could give it to him as some kind of a peace offering. What would you tell him if he ever came back? Hell, I don't know. Get some sense? Guess I'd say, Bruce, you're my boy, and this here is your home. Wouldn't turn you away for nothing. That cult shit, that Garrett shit, let it go. Just come back home. That's what I'd say. If you see him, if you see Bruce, will you tell him that? Hell, you can even record it. Hang on to it until you see him. He blocked my number. I can't get a word to him. I don't have anything to record with. Then come back when you do. I'll repeat it. I ain't got no shame left. Now go. Get out of my garage. You still here? Keith made me a little upset early, so okay. See what's over here. Downpour finds its way into the drainage canal and the water level slowly rising. A fence adjoins the backside of two strip malls. The crevice between them reveals a smear of light towards Williams Boulevard. Beyond the fence is a drive-through chicken, car audio, mattresses direct to you, water towers and power lines of crumbling concrete, and traffic signs. Abortive landscape attempts. Unkept shrubs, solar-fed Christmas lights, weathered and forgotten. This rain is really loud. What you got to say? Sun'll be up by the time this is through. Where's the second sculpture? The first reading mentions Saint Somewheres. Isn't that a bar downtown? This car nonsense is, costing me. Hot dog customer? Oh! It's the guy! My stomach still doesn't feel right. That hot dog finally catch up with you? Catch up to you? Beep, 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 beep. This past couple of hours has been the worst experience of my life. Why you let me eat that thing? Because I had to. They seemed fresh to me. The meat was a little gray, but otherwise it seemed fine. Yeah, that's what I thought too. After you left, my stomach started screaming, and you know how hard it is to find a bathroom in the French Quarter? But you found one. But you found one? That's good. No, I didn't find one. What did you do? And what did you do? You don't want to know. Yeah, I do. Oh, but I do. You give me bad vibes. You know that? You want to know how I dealt with the insane explosive diarrhea that I got because of you? This is some kind of power trip or something. Do you go around coaxing young men into eating old gray meat most nights? Or is this a special occasion? Special occasion. And then you follow me around and see where and how they took a shit? This is what you do with your weeknights? Yes. I'm here, aren't I? Alright, fine. I'll tell you. But just remember, you asked. So after you leave the French Quarter, I'm standing there with flannelless, enjoying my second hot dog, and I can tell something's wrong with my stomach. I run up the street and use the bathroom in some tourist trap, but the bouncer throws me right out when it's my turn in line. But the last point, I'm desperate. I unlock my bike and started riding home fast as I can. I nearly run over a couple pedestrians. I'm on Elysian Fields in St. Claude, major intersection, tons of traffic, backed up for about a quarter of a mile because there is an accident. I know that I'm going to shit myself and it's coming. In my state of complete panic, if I shit right here, dozens of people will see it. I need privacy fast. There's a stretch limo Hummer pulled on the side of the road with people hanging out on the sidewalk next to it. Looks like high school students. Like, maybe they're getting ready to go to a dance or something. They're all congregated on one side of the limo, like on the sidewalk. I'm in the street. I'm on the opposite side. So I drop my bike right there in the street and sneak into the limo as quietly as I can. No one's in there. They're all outside. I don't think twice. I just pull my pants down and let loose. It's you. It's, you know, there's a lot of it. It's taken a while. Should I keep going? You still enjoying yourself? You know what? I'm in it. I'm in it. Please continue. You're disgusting. So anyway, while I'm in there, they kind of shut the door and the driver climbs in and all the lights at the rear of the limo go out. I guess the driver was just dropping the kids off downtown. I don't know. But at this point, it's just me and him, and there's a tinted window and that divides the cab from the rear of the limo. It would be pretty hard for the driver to see me with the lights out. He gets on the phone, calls his wife or girlfriend or whatever he has. He drives away. He thinks the limo's empty. He's got it on speakerphone. I can't hear a whole conversation in the speaker right next to my head. Wait, he's got it on speakerphone, and I can hear the whole conversation in the speaker right next to my head. First thing he says is how bad those kids stink. Said he'll never dry young kids like that again. Said they smell like baby diapers. Then he starts like having phone. That I'm not joking. They immediately launched into it, saying that they want to do each other, all this stuff. Not like that's the biggest deal in the world, but for reasons I won't go into, I just really didn't want to be in there anymore. I tried to open the door thinking, F it, I'll just jump out, but the door locked. I'll check the others. They're all locked. I crawled up the window and tapped on it. Sir, you forgot me. He hangs up the phone, cracks the window, tinted window. Who in the hell are you? He asks. One of the kids. You forgot to drop me off. He starts shouting, what is that smell? What is that smell? My heart is beating out of my throat. I can't breathe. He rolls the window, calls the police. Again, I can hear the entire conversation. The operator asks him what the problem is. He says a man broke into his limo and took a shit in it. Just like that, a man broke into my limo and took a shit in it. Then asks his location. He pulls off the side of the road and waits for the cops. I'm banging on the window, begging him to let me out, saying I'll pay for him to get it cleaned up. He pretends I'm not even there. Still care to listen? Yeah, I want to know what happens. Of course. Oh, I got an achievement. Alright, so here's what gets me. The New Orleans Police Department has never showed up to anything on time. That's true. It takes them hours to show up to a murder scene, right? Well, a squad car pulls up behind the limo in like 3 minutes. And this point I can't even explain to you. I'm having a heart attack. I'm dying. I crouch down behind the door and wait. There's a shit everywhere. It's on my shoes, my hands, my shirt. I have no alibi here. The man gets out, opens the door for the police. I'm spring out of there, just start running. I don't look back. I can hear the cops shouting. I turn into the neighborhood. There's a construction dumpster about a block away. I run like lightning towards that thing, dive in. There's barbed wire, nails, all kinds of stuff. I'm getting scratched up. I don't care. Adrenaline is coursing through my veins. I burrow down into the heap of trash like a mole and hide. I can hear the police siren. Squad car stops at the dumpster. They get out, look around. They shine the light right on me. I stay perfectly still, holding my breath. They leave. I wait a couple of minutes. I climb out. I walk here. I wash up. I'm so sorry. It's fine. A small group of gossips conspiratorially. The music spilling from the inside drowns out, but the vaguest details. A love triangle, too much whiskey. Someone kicks in the wall in a fist of rage. A man working the door turns out the Catafani while scrolling through cooking recipes on his phone. Ooh, hello. No cover tonight, just checking IDs. What's happening tonight? It's bounce night. Bounce night? Yeah. Crowd seems glaring inside in Dallas. Different than I expect. What are you looking at me for? Just don't you agree? What, a bunch of white kids shaking their ass to bounce? So I'm supposed to give a shit? I didn't mean anything by it. All I listen to is Christmas music. Christmas music? That's it. That's the only thing I listen to. Seriously. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I am very bad at this today. Oh, don't even start over here having bounce night for a bunch of white kids. So now it's a problem all of a sudden because all you listen to is Christmas music? Yeah, now it's a problem. That's right. Where are you from, Stinky? Minneapolis. Enough said. Christmas music just kind of creepy. That's all you listen to. Creepy. I'm going to listen to you about what's creepy. I'm going to listen to you about what's creepy? Whoa, boys. Christmas music is cozy, helps me relax. That's cool, man. That's fine. God damn. We're looking for a sculpture. We're looking for one of the Kenner John sculptures that ring a bell. You talking about the douche whose little gang keeps calling the cops on me? Presumably. I'm the mother of a Garrett. My son recently got into this stuff, and I'm concerned. My condolences, I'm a father myself. Would you hate to see my kid get wrapped up in this kind of thing? Anyhow, here's what I know. They've got some game they play on their phone. They stick these devices around town like Easter eggs. They find the devices, scan them with their phones, something like that. Not sure of details. They hid one right outside the bars, so we have a little mall Nazis. Coming by every night to find it, but then last night Ditch Man came and grabbed it. Ditch Man? Who's Ditch Man? He lives over by the mall. He's usually hanging around the ditches, feeding the ducks. I don't know the guy, but Belle vouches for him, so he must be alright. Sounds like we're heading back to the mall. Why does John's gang call the cops on you? I don't know. They try to get every show a book shut down. Maybe because they have nothing better to do. Why is Ditch Man coming around here? He buys stuff off Belle. What kind of stuff? The man glances down at Catherine's shoes. Why do you care? I'm just looking for a way into the mall. I'll say this. Ditch Man gets stuff from here. He takes it to the mall. I think he's selling it to those little Nazis. Let's get a drink some other time. Sounds like we're looking for is in the Kenner now. Guess we're heading back to the mall. This is a lot of money going back and forth. Oh, Ditch Man! Electronic device. A small pot, okay. Second reader from the Kenner John. Leave the hospital and discover faith that immaterial essence. Pray, Garrett. Pray into the closet during the football games. Post prayers to the show forums just to F with the scum. That's how the Garretts find you. One's named Garrett, so they're all named Garrett. Some kind of joke, doesn't matter. You're a Garrett too. 32 Garretts in all. Garrett worked in the basement below the council chambers. said that they had a closet full of old computers. Garrett plugged one in, used it as a server. That's how Garrett hosted sermons in the sky. He projected videos of someone he found online, said he grew up in Kenner just like Garrett. Garrett began watching him too and told the other Garretts to subscribe. Oh, I'm so sorry. God, I'm terrible today. Soon all Garretts were watching Kenner John. John summoned his flock to the ziggurat of the Promenade Mall and taught them about Christ's hidden nature and other secrets of faith. He spoke of these things on the server beneath the council chambers as he did above the concrete. Oh my God! I don't want to do. Oh God, that was the most terrifying. What's that guy Troy that came up from the bottom of the screen? That. Well, what do you think about Johnny? Papa! Don't. Oh, wait. Papa's on the other side. Don't you just hate him? A real F, isn't he? Can I help you? Catherine, dear, it is I who will be helping you on this night. I knew you'd come to see me, waiting in the ditches, waiting. No trouble here, child. Happy to do it. You need access to the mall? Here I am, delighted to assist. The man's eyes, the rings hanging from Catherine's neck. And you even wear the stone of the Magdalene just as she herself wore it. You are the image of her beauty. Who, you? Why are you here? We are neighbors once upon a time. Don't you remember? I've only come to help as neighbors do. Catherine shakes her head. What is this? It is my responsibility to guide you and to watch over the children. I've been to see Kay. She as well. Excuse me? Can you tell me what this is about? It's about a boat that can get you into the mall. The Garretts, they favor me over John, the little shrimp, the little sad boy. I'll be your guide into the mall, the sanctum of the Garretts. Catherine turns to Dallas. This man, I think he's been following me. To help you. To help. I've always watched over you. But Blue, a good man, they say, an asshole, he wouldn't let your papa near you. Well, I wonder why. Here I am. I came to tell you, you needn't worry about Kay. Keep her name out of your mouth. Because she'll be home, perhaps too late for you. Dying, they say, from becoming to being, the philosophers say. Where did you see my daughter? Walking through California like it were Galilee, her robes frayed, splendid, divine, a child of Christ. No, not getting in a ditch with this guy. No way. There's no one else in this place to help you. Do you see anyone else? Anyone who will help? I don't want your help. Don't want to be anywhere near you. Stay away from me and my family. Are we clear? I have all the time in the world, Catherine, but you, dear, you do not. I am not here to frighten you, to harm you. Quite the opposite. Without my help, there will be no getting into this mall. Patience is a virtue if you're papa. I am your only way in. Oh my God, why is he called? Dallas leads Catherine from the canal. Let's go find this last sculpture. We didn't need his help. We don't need his help. I know him. That was why! The old man smiles smiles and gives an enthusiastic wave as Dallas glances back towards the ditch. Sounds like a stalker. I just don't know. Seems like this parking lot is full of strange men who know your name. Am I missing something here? What do you think? What? You think I invited them? I don't know. Maybe. I'm just as confused as you are. Oh, Pawpaw. Oh, you're so creepy. But I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you, everybody who has joined me. I hope you have a great day. I'm very much enjoying this story and figuring this stuff out. And I hope you do too. So, have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.